What's good, y'all? It's your boy Easy back with a brand new vid, guys, and today we're gonna do a review on Kendrick Lamar's album G and X. I know that this is the most talked about album right now, and let's just be honest, man. I mean, rightfully so. Like Kendrick Lamar right now, coming out of the biggest rap beef in the modern day with Kendrick and Drake. I mean, it makes sense why this album is getting a lot of attention. A lot of spins and a lot of plays. I mean, it makes perfect sense. If you don't know who Kendrick Lamar is, I don't know what to tell you. Definitely one of the best, the greatest, one of the greatest of all time. Kendrick Lamar, man, he's such a talented, artist. Like, he checks off boxes on pretty much whatever he wants to do. And you don't get a lot of artists like him, man. So cherish it while you have it. Get that out the way, though, guys. Of course, he's from California, West Coast artist. This is his sixth studio album, G and X. And today I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on this album, man. Because this album is something else, man. Let me just say this right off the top, right here. If you're a Kendrick Lamar fan, I'm actually quite curious on how some of you guys stand with this album, because this album is very different from other projects that he's dropped. And let me just throw a quick disclaimer. All of his albums are different, but if there's one thing that is the same with every album, including this one right here, Kendrick Lamar, he's gonna always have something to say. Meaning that, he's not just rapping just to rap words. There's always something that's a little bit deeper behind what he's saying. And that's especially true on this album. What I will say is that as far as how an album is conceptually this is very different from other albums like a Section 80 or like a Good Kid, Mad City, or like The Pimp a Butterfly, even Damn. And Damn was a point where it was kind of the first album that was kind of more commercial-ish, but it definitely had a message in that album. That's a lot of people's favorite Kendrick Lamar album. And of course, with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, definitely another conceptual album. Again, talking about, his depression and, therapy and everything like that. So, but this album right here is different, because this album is it's to your face. It's real direct. It's very direct, on this album. Like, Kendrick Lamar is not bullshitting around at all. And, and again, the reason why, I wonder if some of y'all Kendrick Lamar fans, I wonder if the change of direction for this project, I wonder if that kind of I don't know, maybe kind of didn't quite like this one as much because it's so different. I mean, I would hope that you would still give it a chance, because, he's still talking about, he's a lot of things on this album. And, in this album, every song is definitely an experience, man. And this man Kendrick is something else. So let's just get into it, man. This album has 12 tracks. His shortest album so far. Runtime's like 44 minutes. Very short, not even an hour. And let's just start with Wax on Mirrors, man. And man, this song right here is this track right here is one of my favorite one of my favorites on the album, the first track alone. And man, it's like this song, there's so much going on in this one song. And the thing is that it's simple, but it's not simple, because he's talking about shit in the song, and it just builds up to something more and more. And the aggression just gets a little bit more and more. It's like you're getting even more angrier. So again, he's talking about, which I think, I mean, it's kind of obvious. He might not say it in the song directly, but this song, he's talking about Drake. He's talking about the beef. He's talking about, people still doubting him and, not giving him his flowers that he believes he deserves, especially with the Super Bowl. He's talking about Wayne, how he felt like, man, he worked so hard to get to where he at right now. And, Lil Wayne is one of his, major influences. And it's like, dang, man, it's like, they chose me to do the Super Bowl. I would have thought that you've been happy for me. And basically, I feel like, all the hard work that I've done, he feels like, man, it's like, I can't believe I let Lil Wayne down because I worked so hard. He's addressing a lot of shit on this song, and I just love how the song builds up structurally. Like, I love how he structured the song. First track, fucking incredible. Second song, Squabble Up. This is my shit, man. This is my shit, man. I love the beat. This was like a beat that was in the Not Like Us video, in the intro of it. This shit sounds fucking dope, man. I love this shit. This is like some classic, like, West Coast Bay type beat, and I love like that. I love the singer, the sample that's like in the part of the song as well. I think it's like this 80s singer. I'll put it up here. But I just love how he added that to the track, and it's so bouncy, man. It's a really fun song, and of course his flow. That's one thing about this album too. His flow is just, he's definitely giving y'all some authentic, like, West Coast shit on this project. And with this song especially, you can definitely fucking hear it, man. This is my shit, bro. Again, he's just talking shit again. He's just talking his shit, but it's just the way he's riding the beat is so perfect. And then we got to Luther. This shit, man, this is a beautiful song, man. Like, Drake said something, Drake said, I think in his Family Ties, what the fuck that song called that he dissed him on? Talk about some SZA got him wiped down, right? Well, SZA fucking blessed this song, and Kendrick Lamar blessed this song, and they fucking did this shit together like some J and B type shit. So, I mean, I don't know, man, but just know this song is absolutely beautiful. It is such a vibe. I love the beat, and I just love the way that Kendrick Lamar and SZA, went back and forth on this song. Definitely a vibe. One of my favorite songs, again. Man at the Garden. This song, man, is something special, because if you're a fan of Nas, right? This song literally sounds like Kendrick Lamar heard one mic, got influenced, and pretty much did this type of sounding song, except for it's in his own different way. And he's in this song, like I said, he's pretty much talking about, again, like how, he done so much, with the music that he makes, the serious topics, things he do for the community, his hard work, his ethic, him as an artist, like, and just everything he does as an artist, as a man, whatever. And basically how he believes he deserves it all. He deserves his flowers. He deserves to, be one of the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? And then he questions, like, and I feel like in this song, he's also talking about Drake in a way, because, in the last part of the song, he's talking about how, what makes you, like, why do you deserve to be the greatest of all time, And I feel like that's a slight jab at Drake, because people do label him as a GOAT. But again, Kendrick Lamar, like, if you pay attention to the beef, you know how you feel about Drake. He pretty much broke him down during the beef, layer by layer, basically, call him out and, like, just tear him down piece by piece, But I feel like that track was a slight jab at Drake, but I love the song. He killed that shit, man. Hey Now is another dope song. Kendrick Lamar again, he's flowing on like this dark, ominous, like, West Coast type Bay beat, and it's like, I love the way that he's flowing and, like, rhyming on the shit, man. It's like, again, he's not really saying too much, but it's just the way he says it. It's super catchy, and it also features 96, I believe. I like his cadence too. Again, he has that authentic West Coast sound. So, I like the song, man. It's like, again, he's not really saying much for real, like nothing that's like to go over your head, but I love the way he flowed, and I love how he structured the song. And you're gonna notice that some songs are like this, and this is the reason why, I wonder how some of, like, Kendrick Lamar fans are gonna feel about this album, because some of the songs, like though, yeah, he of course you're gonna have little, hints and, in some of the songs that, but not everything is just super deep. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to just kind of like dive in or detail a song when he's not really saying much for real. But the way he's saying it is just so freaking dope. But I can't say that about Reincarnate, man. If this is, man, this track, I said every song is like an experience. This is another one right here, man, where it's like Kendrick Lamar, I felt like on this song, this is like his weapon against that tailor-made shit that Drake did. You know what? Not only I'm gonna show you how you use Pac, but in a respectful way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you how to do this shit, man. He did it on this song right here, man. Like Kendrick Lamar, like Pac. I feel like Pac to Kendrick is like it's like his father of rap. You know what I'm saying? And on this song right here, man, he's rapping on this Pac sample beat, rapping on this shit, and he rapping with the Pac cadence, and he sounds so great, man. Like it felt like he brought Pac back to life on this song, and he's kind of like rapping. He's kind of like talking in two different people in this song. Like, he's talking as if, it's him, but he's also talking like as if, like he's in the perspective of like maybe Pac, talking to him, and he's pretty much questioning like his own self and, the good that is he doing good or, and I don't know. I just love how he, tied in like, his struggles that he goes through. And but he feels like again like I do deserve it all. TV Off is a banger of a song. This to me could be like the They Not Like Us part 2 because that's not on this album, but this track is a banger. We got a new tag, so just know that mustard is gonna definitely be, yeah, that's gonna be everywhere, and that might be Mustard's new tag on this beach, just like how Metro got the little Young Thug Metro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, another banger song, man. This is a fucking hit. It goes crazy. I love it. The beat switch is fucking insane, man. And what can I say, man? Dodger Blue. I really do like this song. It's a nice vibe. I feel like this song, when I hear this song, I imagine, being somewhere like in California with like a lowrider or some shit. I don't know, with the windows down, a beautiful sunset. I don't know, man. I'm just fucking cruising. This is a nice little cruising type of song. And that's the kind of vibe that I feel like he went for in this track right here. I like it. I love the beat. The production on this album is fucking stellar too, by the way. Not one bad beat at all on this album, man. We have Peekaboo. Now, this song is definitely one of the songs where, again, there's really no message in the song. It's just two West Coast guys. You got Kendrick and AZ. I want to say it's AZ Chike. I don't know. If I'm wrong, just let me know in the comments, man. But the beat, I love this is actually one of my favorite beats on the album, and I like the way those two rap together. I think that on this album, as far as rappers go, I think that him and Kendrick on this song had like the best chemistry as far as like the rappers go on this song. I like the way they kind of play back and forth on this song. And I like the fact that Kendrick Lamar is like, he could have easily got like, Schoolboy Q, Absol, and J-Rock on this album. But I like that he's shown out to like some of these upcoming or some of these, West Coast artists that maybe some people don't know about. And I like the fact that he's put them on this platform and kind of give them like an opportunity to let their voice be heard. So I really respect that shit for real, man. I think that Kendrick Lamar could do like his own kind of like West Side connection with some of these guys. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll also help him get the name out there too more. So I think that'd be dope. I like this guy, man. He go hard. The Hard Part 6, man. So as you know, Drake on the last diss he did was the Heart Part 6, which if you don't know, Kendrick Lamar has something called the Heart series where, he's talking about a lot of different themes and conceptual topics. Very popular. And Drake took that, title from him, the Heart Part 6 on this diss track. Well, on this song right here, Heart Part 6, he basically took that shit back. And man, this is one of my favorites. Okay, I know I've been saying this a lot, man, but this is definitely like top 3 of my favorite songs on this album, man. Like, he sampled one of my favorite, SWV songs. And man, I was like, wow, man. And he, I love the story he's talking about. He's pretty much talking about humble beginnings, just talking about like, the story of how him and his team kind of came up, man, and it really made me think of like, some of my best friends today, and just the stuff that we're doing to try to make ourselves better, and like, how he's influenced by, how Absol, like he really looked up to him as like a rapper, and like, he always wanted to kind of like rap like him, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of gave Absol his flowers and everything, man. It's a very humbling song. I love the storytelling, and I just love just everything about this song, man. Such a beautiful song, man. Go hear this song, y'all. Then we got GNX, the title track. Now, out of all the songs on this album, this song is probably my least favorite, but I'm not saying that it's a bad song, though. You know what I'm saying? You got this beat, experimental type of beat. I feel like this is a beat that like Yeezus Kanye would make. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? But it's very different. And the rapping on this shit is very hilarious. Not in a bad way, but it's like, the chemistry is on 10. And, I like how everybody did on the song overall. The production is just super different. And, still a cool track. Just out of the track list on this album, it's just my least favorite though. Then we got Gloria, the last track on the album, man. And this song, what an incredible way to end this album off. There's songs like, Nas, I Gave You Power, Common, I Used to Love Her. There's songs where it's like, artists, they describe something within an object. The song just kind of fits, that I used to love her type of feeling, man, where it's like, he's talking about his love for this woman, and like the message of the song could be about that, but it's also simultaneously like about him in the pen, in the him as an artist, him as the love of the game and love of music, and the artist and everything. Like, this is another one of those I used to love her kind of tracks where he's talking about his love, which is love is hip hop, but I also feel like it's also about yeah. So it's a very touching song, man. I just think it's beautiful, and I just love the way he ended this album off, man. Overall, guys, G and X, this album feels like a mixtape, but and that's just because of like how very direct it is, how it's like, it's like it gives me like Lil Wayne, like, dedication vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like but the quality of the songs are super on point, man, and like there's no skips at all, and it's a very easy listen. And I think this album is a good change of pace for Kendrick, man, because it's like, every album you do is very conceptual, and that's not a bad thing. But you put out so much songs and albums like that, man, you can do this shit right here, man. So it's like you can get a little ratchet, get a little ignorant on some shit like this. Plus, what the shit that's going on this year and the stuff that you've been going through definitely makes sense, man. And it's like he's basically keeping that same energy on this album. So at the end of the day, guys, you're getting fucking hardcore West Coast bangers. You're getting some hard ass tracks. You're getting some conceptual tracks too as well. Even the songs that, might not have like a deep message, Kendrick Lamar, he's still saying shit in these songs. And, I think that he made an enjoyable album, for, fans to just kind of like drive and ride along with and don't have to really think too much, And like, again, man, so that's how I feel about this album, man. It's a very, very solid album. Not disappointed at all whatsoever, man. Great album. I'm happy with it, guys. I'm gonna give this album a 8.8. Now, how y'all guys feel about GNX? Let me know down in the comment section below. And I'm gonna see y'all guys in the next video, y'all. See y'all.